Yo, what's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Listen, I know it's been a minute. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guide your privacy. To guide your privacy. Man. Uh, what's going on? What's up? What's up? Did I hit the live button? Well, I'm actually live. So, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Kick rocks in the building. What the deal is, man? I know it's been a minute. I just wanted to come on here and show my YouTube people some love. You feel me? Um, let's give some people some time to get, just to get on the live. You know what I'm saying? I want to write something down real quick. Give me a second. Where do I have that paper at? Yep. Uh-huh. Man, I haven't been on YouTube in a while. But I'm actually gonna give me a second. All right, www dot. So how y'all doing, man? Maybe I should schedule this live for another time though, because I want to make sure enough people get on here. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so people are tuning in. What's good? What's good, YouTube? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's been a while. It's been a minute since I've done a video on here. Since I've gone live, actually. I've been so busy, man. Yo, Kick Rocks, do me a favor, man. Can y'all hear me? Greetings. Let me see. Boom. You can. All right, beautiful. I literally just wanted to come on here, man. Just let people know that I'm still around, putting in that work. You feel me? Like, I'm now in Louisiana, uh, taking care of some things, right? But with that being said, I'm encouraging everybody to do their American Indian Declaration. You know what I'm saying? Because the Jubilee ends on January 26th. No, pardon me, January 6th of 2026. All right, so I would suggest that everybody, as much of you guys as possible, man, do your genealogy, not your genealogy, well, do that too, but do your declaration. I gave everybody a gift, all right, as on myniji.com as a gift to do your declaration, all right? But what I will do is I'll probably just schedule a live, particularly for that, make an announcement that I'm going live so more people could get on here, or I could just do a recorded video to talk about it. All right, so I was just Copper Draco, what the deal is, Lineage was good, Regina was good. All right. Now, like I said, I give everybody a gift for the declaration. And you could go to myniji.com. You see it spelled right here, myniji.com. And you could get a free copy of the declaration. Okay, you definitely want to file that before January 6, 2026, because the Jubilee ends on January 6, 2026. It's very, very important that a lot of our people correct their status. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual thing. And I hope people get this. Like I told y'all before, I've been talking about this Jubilee thing since 2017, but a lot of people wasn't ready for that. A lot of people did not take me seriously, but as you could see what's happening, right? We back in another Jubilee. The trumpet is still sounding, Donald Trump, and it's going to end on January 6, 2026. So it's important to definitely put that on paper and get it filed in the county clerk. You want to make a few copies of that. So like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably do a video or do another live and promote the live so I could get more people engaged. But in the meantime, for those of you that's actually on here right now, go to www.myniji.com. All right. That's MYNIIJI.com. And on the homepage, I give everybody a free gift. It's a declaration, it's powerful. I even have a supporting document that you could actually download and make it work and put it together as a small package and go get that file. If you have not corrected your status or your race and ethnicity, so to speak, with the Social Security office, I would suggest you do that if you haven't done that. You also want to correct that with DMV. You want to do that. Once you do your declaration, you want to make sure you send a copy to your mayor, the governor, the attorney general, and the secretary of state of your state. You feel me? You're not asking them to do anything. You're just notifying them, this is who I am. Okay? It's important because these people got us as black in their system. That's what they have us as black in their system. It's done automatically. Okay? And if you don't correct that, it's going to stay that way. You have to take the initiative to go ahead and correct your status and not wait for anybody to do it for you. Like I said, one of the reasons why I've literally taken a break from YouTube is because I've been busy, working on some private things, personal things. Once in a while, I get on TikTok and, post and do stuff, but I'm going to make an attempt to come back on YouTube and get some, just, because YouTube, is my home, what I'm saying? Like, y'all really will, were the ones who help get that message across. And like I tell people, I've been doing this since 2011 on YouTube. You feel me? But it's just, to me, it's just too much of, especially with the people with the big platforms, it's just too much of the regurgitated information. We American Indians, we the original people, they lied to us, man. Listen, we know all of that, man. What's next? What's next? Are we going to continue to talk about the same thing for the next 2-3 years we've been talking about for the past 5 years? We got to move on, man. So you got to correct your status. You got to get it done. It's really that simple. The conversation, the regurgitated information, I ain't got time for that, man. It's time for some action because we're in the same situation and not making no type of progress. How many times are we going to tell people we the American Indians? How many times are we going to tell people we are the Aboriginals? How many times are we going to tell people we the original people? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to, what we're talking about, it's actually time to put it on paper. And that's what I'm talking about. It's important to do your declaration. Okay? And don't believe anything that I say. I always tell people, don't believe anything that I say, right? Do a background check. Do a background check and you will see that they have your race as black automatically. That's what they do because they know that black is dead in the system. They know that there's no such thing as black people. When the Constitution talk about we the people, they're not talking about people who call themselves black because they don't exist in law. Okay? They don't exist in law. So that's why our people are treated the way that they are treated. That's why our people are dealt with the way that they are dealt with. That's why the police could pull you over and do what they do and mistreat you, abuse you, and you think it's because of the color of your skin. But obviously, this pants is black, right? This pants is black. My complexion is brown. So why are we out here calling ourselves black? And when you talk to people and you want to teach them the truth, they get mad at you. They want to make you the enemy for telling them that they're not black. I'm just saying. So how can you save people who don't want to be saved? So all you have to do is save yourself. You have to do your due diligence. You have to save yourself and show people the effectiveness of you correcting your status in the system. Let them see that there's a difference. I always hear people say, well, when the police pull you over, they don't know if you're black or not. Well, the police know you're not black in complexion, but they assume that you're black in status. So what makes the difference? When you correct your status across the board, okay, then when they run your name, they'll see that you are not black in status. And I promise you, it's going to be a whole different conversation. I know that for a fact. You feel me? Because they have to deal with people who have corrected their status differently from people that have the black identity and the black status in the system. And that's a fact. All right. So, like I said, man, I haven't used the live feature like that on YouTube. It's actually my first time doing that. I always used StreamYard. Okay, but now that I know I could just go live on my phone on YouTube, I will definitely get on here and come show some more love, because like I said, YouTube, has been my home. I've been doing this on YouTube since 2011, and I cannot abandon you guys. But YouTube been playing with me. You feel me? Because can you imagine, right? Since 2011, I've been on YouTube. When I look at the analytics of my stats on YouTube, it says that I've had literally over 1 million views. And the truth of the matter is, my subscription don't reflect that. And it says that I have about 29,000 subscribers, but at the same time, when I do videos, I barely get 2,000 views. So they're really shadow banning my information. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm's been playing me for a while. So it's a little bit discouraging. It is. It is discouraging. You know what I mean? So, but I always think that, the message will only get to those who it's ready for. And that's all I could say. But I promise I'm gonna come back on YouTube a little more frequently just to share some information. So with that being said, I am going to make sure that I pound on talking about the declaration. It's a spiritual thing. All right. Calling yourself black is a curse. I mean, that's without a doubt. It's definitely a curse, and we gotta release that. We gotta release that. All right, no doubt, no doubt. I'm Chief Skills. I'm still here, Lineage. I'm still here, man, making it, putting in that work for sure. I just moved down to Louisiana because the ancestors brought me here to do some more work. Of course, a few years ago, I actually went to Louisiana at Poverty Point, and I showed the video. But I'm here literally. I know for a fact, at least a year I'm down here. All right. So, oh no, I'm not gonna get discouraged, man. Kick Rocks. This is my purpose. I've always told people, that I was sent to restore my people, regardless of the adversities. You know what I'm saying? The people hating on me. Or man, listen, I never let that stop me. I've always stayed consistent, and my message has remained the same in terms of who we are, staying positive, staying righteous. You know what I'm saying? Have integrity. I've always done that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna continue to, stand up and continue to do what it do. There's yeah, Kick Rocks. We definitely gotta link up, man. Like I said, I want everybody to do their what you would call it, their declaration. And I give you guys the declaration. It's powerful. I'm telling you, the declaration is powerful. I give it to everybody as a gift on myniji.com. So you definitely want to go download that declaration, fill it out. Everything that's in red, all right? I'm in Baton Rouge right now. I just signed a 1 year lease. So I'll be here for at least 1 year. All right. My brother and I, we have a company, and we're making some big moves with that company. You know what I mean? Actually, when we created the LLC, I had to, kind of like talk to the ancestors for some directions. And I was led to, when I created the incorporated documents for the LLC, I put it as an American Indian based company, LLC, indigenous. And I sent it to the Secretary of State, and they actually approved it. So literally, we are one of the first people to have an LLC, and it's an American Indian company looking like us. You feel me? And our company is called Pecan Candy. We make pralines. I mean, literally, everybody who have tasted that, listen, man, I'm telling you, it's the best they ever had. So I just knew the ancestors brought me here for a reason. Growing up in the islands, my grandmother used to make confectionaries. And it's just ironic. In 2025, I'm in Louisiana, and we have a confectionery company, so it's just a 360. You dig? And like I said, everybody who have tasted our pecans, man, they love it. The best they ever had. And we getting some great reviews, and we making some powerful moves. You feel me? So I just think that the company is going to help take us to that level nationally, so we could spread the message of who we are. Earlier today, I got interviewed by a gentleman in Jersey. Normally around this time of year, right? he gets information about indigenous people. And they interviewed me today, and that information, okay, that video per se from the interview, they're actually going to put it in a library that they have in New Jersey. So like I tell people, I'm still putting in that work. You know, I'm still putting in that work, man. I can't give up. I will never give up. Okay. And I'm just getting started, to be quite frank. I'm just getting started. All right. But I wanted to come on here, like I said, just to show my YouTube, brothers and sisters some love, because you guys mean a lot to me. Because when there wasn't no TikTok, or I wasn't even on Facebook yet, I was on YouTube doing my thing, and everybody was showing love. So I had to come back and let everybody know that it's important to get that declaration done. So go to myniji.com, myniji.com. That's MYNIIJI.com. You will see the declaration. All the instructions are actually there. And I also have a supporting document that goes, with the declaration. Definitely you want to get that done and file it in the county clerk. File that in the county clerk. You want to make a few copies, get a few certified copies. You want to send a copy to your governor, the mayor, the secretary of state. All right. You want to send one to the sheriff, the police department. You want to make sure that you send your declaration to these people so they know that you are not black. So whenever you get pulled over and they run your name, they'll know that you have sent them a notice and you have already corrected your status. And I promise you, they will, the way they deal with black persons, I promise you, they don't deal with American Indians that way. And I've personally had that experience where, to the point where they have pulled me over, and I suppose when they ran my name, whatever they saw, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. When the police officer came back and gave me a ticket, he spelled my name wrong. He spelled it wrongly. So he gave me a way out. I didn't even have to go to court. You know what I'm saying? So I just sent a letter letting them know, hey, this is this, this is that. That's not me. Whatever the case is, boom. I never heard from them again, because what is he going to do? They cannot pull a man into their court. You feel me? So our people have to learn, man, and stop being so stubborn. Give up the black identity. We are not black. We are not black. We're not African Americans. We are not. So we got to take it to another level. And at some point, when you have done your individual declaration, it's important to come back to the collective and move as a collective, because we don't have a voice. Everything that's happening in politics, we are actually at the mercy of politicians. We have nobody representing us American Indians. We have nobody representing us, the original indigenous people. I'm just saying. So what are we doing? Are we going to continue to follow people on YouTube? All they do is talk about we Indians. They lie to us. Like, what's next, Negro? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And that's another reason why I kind of just pulled off YouTube a little bit, because it was just too much of the same, regurgitating the same information and not really telling people, well, this is what you need to do to correct your status. You know what I'm saying? Or let's come together and do this. You feel me? It's like everybody's for self. And I just got a little tired of that. So I just kind of took a break from it and work on things I need to work on. But with that being said, I'm not going to be on here too long. I'm going to jump back on TikTok, but I wanted to come here and just, once again, it's my first time doing a live on my phone on YouTube without StreamYard. So now I know I could do it. I'll do it a little more often. All right. But then I'll probably do a post to kind of like promote the live so I could get more people on here and talk to everybody. But the Jubilee ends on January 6, 2026. So definitely get your declaration done before that and make sure it's in the courts. It's a spiritual thing. Okay. You want to make sure it's in the courts. All right. So I'll definitely be coming back a few times a week, at least, pounding in your head to get your declaration done. I'm going to do that. Okay. I got 2 albums coming out soon. So the We the Wild Indians, the single, is hot right now. It's everybody's loving it. And it's a beautiful thing. Let me let y'all hear it real quick. Hold on. And all the music is actually on Spotify and Apple Music and all of that. So y'all could go ahead and check it out. You feel me? Let me see. Hope everybody's doing good, though. Hope everybody's doing good. All right. Give me a second. It says favorite word. Da, 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 da. Let me see if I can pull that up. Here we go. That's this song right here. I mean, everybody's loving it. So that's one of the singles that's gonna be on the album. We the wild Indians, original indigenous, not black, not African, not African American. We the first, we the roots, we the flame. We the wild Indians, you know what it is. Original Americans, land is still ours, still up is. Aborigines standing strong, never hid. Woody who, Woody who, we the ones who really live. We the wild Indians, voices never fall. Truth in our bloodline, stories never told. Aborigine time, let the fire take hold. Woody who, Woody who, now we the ones in control. They label us black, but that's not what we are. We the true Americans, shining brighter than stars. We ain't Africa, don't put us in chains. We the sons of this land, running deep in our veins. Colonizers lie, try to switch up the script, call it something different just to make the truth flip. But the drums still beat and the spirit still sing. We the wild Indians, let the ancestors ring. We the wild Indians, you know what it is. Original Americans, land is still ours, still our biz. Aborigines standing strong, never hid. Woody who, Woody who, we the ones who really live. We the wild Indians, voices never fall. Truth in our bloodline, stories never told. Aborigine time, let the fire take hold. Woody who, Woody who, now we the ones in control. From the rivers to the plains, from the mountains to the seas, our people stood tall like the roots of the trees. Aboriginal blood, you can feel it in the ground. We ain't lost, we ain't gone, yo, we always been around. Try to box us in, call us something we not, but the truth don't fade and the flame don't rock. So that's that joint right there. Kick Rocks, listen, man, I'm willing to build with anybody, man, who's willing to build. You know what I'm saying? What I just can't deal with is the individualism. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, I'm not directing that to anybody else, to anybody in particular. You know what I mean? Right now it's about the collective. So like I said, I'm willing to build and talk with anybody to make things better for our people. That's where my head is at. It's always been that way. You know what I mean? So let me see. If you need to you said you need to background vocals on the next project. Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Love that song, my jam. Much gratitude, Tamara. All right. So, like I said, man, I'm doing a lot of great things. The ancestors are actually opening up a lot of doors right now. So all the hard work and sacrifice that has been made all these years, it's really, really paying off. So, like I said, right now I'm in Louisiana, doing that work. So, if anybody down here, man, and you want to link up, just let me know. You know what I mean? And I'm certainly sure we can link up. In the meantime, we in the kitchen, we cooking, cooking the best pralines in the world. You feel me? So hopefully, you guys will support it and help it be what it is. Because like I said, they love it down here. Anybody who have tasted our pralines, I mean, by far they say, man, listen, what do you guys put in that? Because it's the best I've ever had. Like seriously. And I'm talking about there's this lady and her husband. She's been making pralines for like about 50 years. And when she tasted ours, she was like, what are you guys putting in there? Because I've been doing this for 50 years and mine don't taste like that. All right. That's how serious sour pecan candy is. You feel me? So I know the ancestors, like I said, man, they're working through our candy. And that's it's gonna go national, and that's gonna be a voice, for our people. So I'm thankful for that. I'm really, really thankful and honored, and I'm highly favored when it comes to what's happening in my life right now. All right, so just wanted my YouTube brothers and sisters to know I'm still here. I'm still putting in that work. I'm going hard, never stop, never will stop. Gonna keep on moving forward. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to end this live, but I definitely will come back and talk more about the declaration. Make sure you go to myniji.com and get your declaration done. Myniji.com. That's MYNIIJI.com. I'm telling you, it's a powerful declaration. You also want to get the supporting document with that and make it do the do. All right, folks got closed minds and don't want to think. Yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, I kick rocks, I get it, man. And like I always tell people, we cannot save people who don't want to be saved, right? So we just got to keep on moving. We just got to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, you know, with the people who are ready to move forward, you know, but at the same time, let us not ostracize those who don't get it because it's not their turn. Everybody has a season, everybody have a reason, all right? And everybody's going to get up in their own time. Some get it faster than others, right? Some people may not even get up or get it in this lifetime. They got to reincarnate a few times before they get it. That is just part of the process. That's part of the journey. So we can't be mad at them. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. Those of us who know and on that same vibration and frequency, my question to everybody is why aren't we coming together and doing what needs to be done and show others the way opposed to just being individuals? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at in my life now, working with the collective because I think, you know, you accomplish more with people on the same frequency opposed to doing the individual things. All right. So that's just what it is. So I want to thank y'all, man, my YouTube peoples. Thank you once again. Now that I know I could just go straight from my phone to YouTube and do a live, I'll definitely do that, you know, do it a little more often. But I'll probably see I could promote it, you know, and, you know, give like a maybe at least 24 hours, you know, to let people know I'm going to be going live. And I'll be talking about the, you know, the declaration and make sure they get it done before January 6th of 2026, because that's when the Jubilee ends. You definitely want to make sure you do your declaration then. Okay. So we'll talk soon, man. YouTube, I love you. And we'll talk soon. All right. Peace and love to each and every one of y'all. All right. Peace.